Oh boy, another one of those videos, ladies and gentlemen. Now, apologies for channeling my inner Mudahar, I guess, but it's been a hot minute since I made a video, uploaded a video, and I don't expect anybody to care, anybody to notice, and not with this whole YouTube side, but also generally in life. That's just how my life experience is and things have played out for a lot of my life, so I tend to act like that. Now, at first, I made a whole script about so many things that has happened to me over the last few months, but that turned out to be way too long, and I have a suspicion that I would end up making multiple videos in the future about these subjects anyway. So I'll just scrap what I wrote, give a brief summary, and then make those parts later in the future, maybe. I realized that I tend to go through these bad things a lot, and rather move on from them, and really just rather try to forget about them when I could tell you about the weird things I've been going through, but yeah, let's see if I make other parts in the future. Now, over the last half year, god damn, it's been so fucking long, I have straight up not had a good time, and I'm at the lowest part I have ever been in my entire life. Truly trying to find myself being thrown into the realities of the adult world. It hasn't been kind to me. Something I learned over the last few months is that making a pivot or changing what you're doing isn't failure. I mean, I guess it is somewhat technically, definitionally, because I'm gonna say you take the L, acknowledge that what you did was a mistake, and I found that the best move is to just move on. Really, the sunk cost fallacy is in play here. Yeah, you've come all this way, you want to do this thing, you tried it out, you thought it would be something, but it didn't look like the future you thought it would be, so it's probably best to just make quits before you've spent so much time there. I attempted tattooing. That wasn't the life for me. The people, the job. I initially cared for the money, but after actually seeing it all fully, I decided it wasn't the life for me. Afterwards, upon a recommendation, I became a waiter at a 5-star hotel. First off, let me tell you, these stars are so fucking bullshit. Okay, I need to calm down. I could easily pop off, and that's for another time. Not now, not now. The plan was honestly ridiculous, actually absurd. And after living through the industry well enough to get an idea, oh boy, it was wholly unrealistic. The idea was to work as a waiter for a bit, become a head waiter, then the restaurant manager, then the food and beverage manager, like the department of the hotel, as we heard like other people have done before. And they said you'd make your wage and tips, and then there's service charge and this other charge, and you're looking at like 2.5 times your wage in money. What a fucking scam, dude. What a fucking scam. People have a lot of fucking bridges to sell. And, well, I bought them. Me and a lot of my coworkers, we bought those goddamn fucking bridges, man. And people said at such a hotel, you never know what opportunities might pop up. Hey guys, I just want to chime in here because I need to write about this. This whole rant here has been very difficult to write, and I don't know how this will end up at the end. I just learned some stuff that genuinely brought my mood very down, and I need to get this out. A while ago, while talking with my father about this job here at the hotel, he said things like, you never know what will happen at such a luxury hotel, what opportunities might open up, etc. And I told him if there are gonna be people like that, there are gonna be a bunch of rich elite pedophiles, and I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't care for what opportunities those rich people could bring up. And today I heard something. So the hotel has a few beaches, and one of them is a not 18 plus, a 16 plus beach, which is quite sketchy. I recognize some places might consider the legal age 17, some even 16, but it is quite something. On this beach, people unashamedly finger bang each other, have sex out in the open. I mean, but that's not what I heard. That's just whatever. What I heard is this. Last year, the owner of the hotel company came to the restaurant one time, apparently. Had some buddies with him, some lady friends. But these were, well, my boss and coworker told me this and said they definitely looked younger. Like, they were way too young. And later they left the restaurant and went back to their place. And it just honestly really ruined my day. Really put a bad taste in my mouth. The rest of my day has felt really bad after that, and it just brought my mood down. It's one thing to just generally be angry against like the like pedophiles and their existence, but being in such close potential at at the very least, in such close proximity to such things is just something else. It's disgusting. It's vile.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
In the meantime, my body, I feel, has aged 10 years in the time that I've been here. I walk at least 20,000 steps every day, my record just being under 35,000. I'm a person who enjoys going on walks, but this is not right. This just isn't. I would frequently struggle to go upstairs. There's a few right in front of the kitchen, and I would shake as I went up them. I would constantly worry if I would legitimately faint due to exhaustion or the heat, as like some other girl actually did before. I'm pretty sure I was targeted there, and nepotism is blatant and rampant. I started getting small panic attacks randomly when I'm off work, like I've done something wrong at work and I'm gonna be punished for it. Over the last few months, what was maybe like a twice in a year occurrence, I've like disassociated and found myself doing things completely uncharacteristic of me dozens of times. Literally like Inside Out, where Riley is like in a trance and getting on a bus. I become addicted to Diet Coke of all things. How does someone get addicted to Diet Coke? And I've been spending so much money more than I'd normally spend outside because like I can't do anything that I want to do, like that I care about. No gaming, no YouTube, either making videos or like barely watching videos. And you're stuck in such a small confined space where all you can do is recover. But you're working 60 hours a week, and on your off days, you try to actually do something or just have a different scenery, but you're already so tired and you end up sometimes just staying at the lodging that they give you, and you just spend so many hours with people you barely tolerate, and then you leave and it's like the same people around you again. And right before leaving for the tattooing work, I played Batman Arkham Asylum, as you can see on my Twitch, plug. And right before leaving for the hotel, I played the Spider-Man games from Insomniac for reasons. Fantastic games. Some of the best games I've honestly ever played in my entire life. But what I want to say is,
whatever happens tomorrow, you must promise me one thing. Is that you will stay who you are.
Not a perfect soldier, but a good man.
I try so hard doing the right thing, being nice to people, being smiley, just your friendly neighborhood. There are constant instances at the hotel where other waiters would pass over tables to me because they were bigoted, didn't like how other people looked or acted, and I would just wait their tables. They're just people. Treat everyone as a person, you know? Because so much of my time at work, we're not viewed the same. Treat everyone as a person. There's a lot of messaging in the Spider-Man games, and it affected me quite deeply, and it's honestly been very odd how it's kept on coming up. But what's honestly difficult to say is that all that work, all of the ways you're treated and dismissed like a used rug, and the ways you become apathetic, it's hard. It's really hard to have this kind of view. To be able to think this here. The world has been so bad to me, so I'll be nice to those around me. I had read something on Reddit. It's sad that we show so much care and patience for the people we don't care about outside in public, only to not have any left for the people we actually care about. I'm of the opinion that we shouldn't be uncaring to people outside, but with how I'm treated at work, by my various bosses, my coworkers, the not guests, customers, it's been very hard to keep the morals and rules you have of yourself as a person. And seeing in Peter the way he falls to be more efficient, more better, it does sting.
I need this suit. It makes me a better Spider-Man.
I don't know if any of that made sense really. This isn't a Spider-Man review either. Anyway, I don't really want to make this video longer than it has to be. I want to talk about things separately in later videos. Long story short, I tried a few different things over the last few months and they haven't worked out. I didn't have the chance to do what I actually care about, YouTube, and now I have a lot of catching up to do. The only activity I could do while working at the hotel was maybe watching a movie, plus the backlog of things I want to edit and get out there, so expect some outdated vids for a while. Thank you for watching and listening, and your support. It means a lot. Goodbye, everyone.